Players TV. Just me today for the really bad performance. Swansea won, Huddersfield Town nil. I'm not going to mess about. Please like, subscribe, turn notifications on so you don't miss a video, and comment your thoughts on the game, stuff like that. It gets to 100 subscribers for close. But let's just get straight into the game because there's so many things that have gone wrong today that it's just so annoying. It is really annoying because we did nothing in that game. It's a repeat of last Saturday against Forest. We didn't do anything against Forest. We didn't create one chance. No chances were created. And I thought maybe this week, he'd have told the players off. He'd have got them playing this week against a team that comes out and plays. They don't sit back, and we've still struggled. We didn't make one opportunity in that game that was like a clear-cut chance. We didn't make a proper chance anyway. Like, what were we doing? It was such a bad game. From back to front, the defending was okay, but the defence wasn't the problem at times. Obviously, throughout a whole 90 minutes, it could have been better. Nichols did save us in the game a few times. Obviously, their goal was, you could say it was a good goal. Yeah, it was a good goal on Swansea's behalf, but still the defending should be better. We were very, unaware of how their goal went in. We were very unaware of the whole situation. The ball goes over the top and he puts it in, and then everyone was kind of just looking around as if to say, what's going on, who's there, who's where, sort of situation. It was terrible. It was really, really bad. And the worst thing about it is nothing has changed from last week, and that's when it worries me. That's when I feel like we're back in last season when we'd lose one game and then it'd be the same next week where we just create no chances. Last season we brought in an attacking manager, and at times we were struggling to even put one goal in or make a chance. And it's been the same for the last two games. And I'm not blaming the manager, but I'm looking at the manager and thinking, you're an attacking manager and your team is not creating chances. We've not created a clear-cut chance in the last two games, especially not against Forest and not really against Swansea. You've got to look at what he was saying to them at half-time, because what was the words at half-time from Corbrand? Because honestly, I don't know what his game plan was for the second half. I don't care if you're playing a little bit better. Obviously, we were different second half, but nothing substantially different from the first half. We weren't creating loads of chances. We were just getting on the ball a bit more, a little bit of intensity, and that is being very generous because there was no intensity in that match whatsoever. The players some of them looked tired, couldn't be asked, especially some of the better players that are in the squad. Sorba Thomas looked knackered. He needs a rest. Colwell looks knackered as well. He needs a rest. He needs a desperate rest. He's 18. He's played every game this season. He needs a rest. He's played so many games. We need to rest him. And we'll talk a bit about that as well, especially because obviously we've got Sarr as well. Why is Sarr not playing anymore? I know we've got competition with Leeds there, but give one of them a rest. They were absolutely knackered yesterday. Some of them just didn't look like they were bothered. Maybe they weren't bothered, maybe the motivation wasn't there, and that's the problem as well. Either they're just really tired and the manager's rotation, he's not rotated, or they just can't be bothered. Where's the motivation? What's the manager said at half-time to them players? Because honestly, I don't think he said anything. And what did he say? Because we came out second half looking like we did first half, just with a little bit more of intensity because we knew we were losing the game. And the manager's got to put the motivation in the players. It's not their job to set the team up. It's got to be him, and that's why I have to blame Corbrand for this game. I blamed him last game, maybe underestimated Forest, give it to them, manager bounce, all that sort of stuff. So they were coming into it with a lot of confidence, of obviously wanting to prove a point. So we'll give him that. He set up quite wrong. He underestimated Forest and the beaters, but he didn't change. You'd think he's had a week to change and prep for this game. You're looking at Swansea conceded 3 goals against Luton. I know they brought 3 back, but they conceded 3 goals. They're a very open team. They allow us to play. They allow teams. They give a lot of teams a lot of space. But we didn't. We looked like we were playing back at Forest. We looked like we were playing against a team that was sat behind the ball. When it wasn't like that, we just wasn't creative enough. We didn't look. We didn't. When we were going forward, it was horrible. We didn't do anything, and that is the problem for me. It is a real big problem for Town, because if it continues, we could be sliding down the table. Some of the players need a rest on Tuesday. Sarr needs to be in the squad for definitely. And I'd probably take Colwell out, maybe Lees, one of them two, because they were the ones that looked like they were most knackered. Obviously, O'Brien won't be playing, so maybe Reece Brown has to come in. Please, not Holmes. Definitely not Holmes. He's a disgrace. Obviously, I haven't got him on the player rating, but I might as well give a bit of an explanation to some of the subs as well. But we'll get on to the player ratings now, actually. So obviously they've gone for a Nichols 7, probably arguably our best player. There wasn't a lot of good players on the pitch, but he did keep us in the game because that could have been easily 3 or 4. It could have been embarrassing. We weren't creating anything. We just allowed them to play on to us all game. And, if they'd have took a few more of the chances or Nichols hadn't pulled some of the saves out of the bag, we'd have lost that game embarrassingly and it would have been even worse. Lee's 5 didn't do anything. When he needed to do something, he didn't do it. Some that he was just letting players off him, and that's something I hadn't seen before from him. Obviously, in a Town shirt, probably his worst game in a Town shirt, if I'm being honest. Colwell 5 again, looked knackered. He just didn't look like he were up to it. Obviously, I don't know if that's his fault or not because he probably is really tired. Pearson 4.5, very just not good for the first goal. All over the place, really, all the defence, really. But I think that's one of his worst games. We were a bit lost at times. Turn 2, I absolutely hate this guy. And I know hate is a strong word, but I do seriously, I just can't be arsed with it. He does nothing for the team. He's done nothing for the team ever. He's useless. He's the most pointless player that we've bought in the transfer window. Just doesn't do anything for the team. He's so bad, honestly. He can't defend and he can't attack. So what is he bringing to the team? He's bringing nothing. He can't cross the ball to save his life. He can't run with the ball. Maybe he can, and that's been a bit generous. Hardly any speed. No coordination. He has no, ball. He has no ball knowledge. He can't. He doesn't have a football brain. He doesn't pick the right passes. He can't defend either. And I can't give him on. Hog 4, shit, honestly, horrible, honestly, pointless. Going forward, all he does is pass backwards. He was so slow. Every time we maybe had a chance going, he just slowed it down, and that's a big problem for me. O'Brien 5, didn't do all. None of them did all, but O'Brien didn't do anything either. 5, didn't do too wrong, but didn't do anything that we needed him to. Tough 4.5, terrible. We're even playing. I didn't think he was playing. Hardly on the ball. Hardly did anything. Gave nothing individually to the team, and I can't say anything more. He didn't do anything. Thomas 5, once again another player that probably needs a rest. Looks knackered. Doesn't look like he can take players on. Looks like he's just looking to give the ball to a teammate. He doesn't look like he wants to run at players. That's down to pure. He's tired. He needs a rest. Signani 4.5, once again, warrior on the pitch. Probably not. Didn't do anything. Not a lot to say about that. Campbell -1. I don't care, honestly. So pointless. Him and Ward are the invisible players. We'd be better off with 10 men because every time we start Campbell or Ward, we're starting with 10 men. Absolutely useless. What is the point? What is the point? He does not do anything for the team. He just runs around like a chicken. He runs around like a dog chasing a cat. Does absolutely nothing. Runs around all game. Never gets the ball. Never gets in the position to get the ball. He can't shoot to save his life, and that's even if he gets a shot off. Horrible. Worst player on the pitch. Because he just didn't give anything to the team. He didn't try. Pointless. Just leave. Leave the club. Get out. You don't even get in the B team, mate. Just go away. Same with Ward. If Ward were playing, he'd have got a -1. I already know it'd have been the same as Campbell. Only difference between Campbell is Campbell runs, and Danny Ward's even worse, but can shoot, but he's just lazy. There's no difference. They're just both as bad as each other. Worse. Striker is a massive problem at this club, and I think it's papered over because we've been winning games 3-0, 2-0 over the last few weeks. It's papered over that we do actually still need a striker. Odebecker's too young. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do what we need him to do. He's not good enough. We need a striker desperately. January, spend some money, man. Spend some money, Phil. You can see it's not working. Campbell and Ward are the definition of shit. They do not do anything for this team. They wouldn't even get into a League One team, and that's saying something. We need a striker. We never buy strikers. We never spend money on a striker, and that is the biggest problem with this club. There is no ambition to go out and spend some money on a good player. We'll buy other players that we don't need, but we won't buy a striker. Even a free agent will be better than Campbell and Ward. I don't care. Just get Just get a striker. I don't care. We'll go back now. We've got 2 minutes till the end of the video. There's not a lot else to say for me. It's just been a really bad game. Terrible. I don't know where we go from here. We're playing Blackburn, who've just won 5-1 against Cardiff at home. Breton Diaz, he's a scary player. I'm really scared for Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie. Depend on the team. If he plays the exact same team with most of them played like Colwell, they're gonna run rings round us because we're absolutely knackered as a team. Some of them players have played way too much. And yeah, obviously the preview for the Blackburn game should be tomorrow. So make sure you're watching out for that. Some of the boys will be on, hopefully. But thanks guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, get us to 100 subscribers. It is much appreciated. Hopefully, Town will pull through this. But right now, no trust in the manager. I just don't know where in the long term he's going to take this club, and I can't say anything more on it. So please like, subscribe, comment your thoughts on the game. I'll try and reply to most, and the boys will try and reply to most of them. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on the preview for